A dose of Obamacare outrage? A backpack containing 4 notebooks with personal information on 400 Obamacare enrollees, including names, addresses, social security numbers. That notebook, or all of them, they were found abandoned in Hartford, Connecticut. Police investigating, they say it's not clear where the backpack came from and if anyone's personal information was compromised. Well, let's see about that. National Review columnist Gillian Melcher has been following this story for us. Gillian, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so there's a backpack. It contains notebooks, information on all of these Obamacare enrollees, and it was handwritten.
Handwritten, and it even included, I've heard reports this morning, 151 people's social security numbers. This is information that's not even supposed to be leaving the building. Okay. Someone's copied it down.
Okay, literally copied it down.
Handwritten, yeah.
Any idea who it was?
Yeah, it came out that it's an employee of Maximus. That's a company that received a $15 million contract to do a call center for Obamacare enrollees. So I want to note with this story, you know, Connecticut's actually one of the better health exchanges. Maximus does background checks. They do background checks for their navigators. But if a security breach like that can happen there, imagine in the other states where there aren't those safeguards. I think this really points out the potential for consumer safety violations.
And it was an insider.
Yeah.
And that information, which he or she, I don't know whether it was a man or a woman, but they took that information, wrote it down.
Yeah.
I presume that that would have value. I mean, I'm not suggesting that this person was going to sell it, but a person could sell this information.
Absolutely. And I think the health exchange is actually right now calling up all those people, offering them identity theft protection, other consumer safety measures. But I think that's really an acknowledgement of what a problem this is and what a breach it is. So the investigation's still ongoing. They've said there's no malfeasance that they can tell yet, but we just don't know at this point.
So you're forced by a mandate tax to sign up for health care insurance, and then you get your identity stolen. When's the new Federal Consumer Financial Protection Bureau going to step in and protect consumers?
But who takes liability?
I'm being facetious. But yeah, who takes liability?
Hold on a second. Okay, I go sign up for Obamacare. I'm given my personal information. We were always critical of the fact that that is not encrypted.
Exactly.
Not encrypted properly. But there's no safeguard against some insider who knows the encryption process, literally writing it down as it pops up on the screen. You haven't got a safeguard against that.
Yeah, so what's the safeguard and who's liable for that, right?
Yeah, liability.
That's a big question right now. I mean, Connecticut's done a better job than others. But I mean, it's a huge liability issue. There are states that don't require background checks. We already know that
of the employees who work on the
exactly and have access to that personal information. We've found dozens and dozens of instances across the U.S. where convicted felons are working as Obamacare navigators, have access to this. So I really think this is going to be a problem that we see more and more as the news comes out.
But here you've got an employee who's sufficiently low level to leave the backpack that they're using to transport this stolen information, and they just leave it around willy-nilly.
Yeah, it's a big risk, and it's not even supposed to be leaving the building.
Right, but it's not even a sophisticated breach. I mean, that's the most simplistic breach you can possibly get.
Yeah, that's right.
You copy them down.
And, you know, to get insurance, it's not just your Social Security number. There's detailed personal financial information, right, that you have to log in.
You've got to get your Social Security number, your financial information. It's got your home address. It's got sometimes health records. I mean, this is everything an identity thief would need. So while in this particular instance, we don't know yet whether identity theft occurred, it's still really pointing to how huge this problem is.
I just want to know who you can sue, because you can't sue the government.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't sue Nancy Pelosi for passing it before we'd read it. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe you can sue the subcontractor who lost the information. Maybe. All right, Gillian, thank you very much indeed. It's another good story.